Okay, so I have to be honest with you. When I first saw the topic for today's deep dive, my first thought was, isn't that in my bathroom cleaner?
I think I know the word that set you off.
Oh, absolutely. The word acid. We're talking about hypochlorous acid, and it just sounds harsh. It sounds like something you really, really don't want anywhere near your hair.
Right. Sounds like a lab experiment.
Exactly. But we've got this great article in front of us from Nikki Chase over at Era Organics, and it's making some pretty big claims that this might be a real breakthrough for scalp health.
It's a funny disconnect, isn't it? The
Yeah.
name sounds frankly terrifying, but the actual science is, well, surprisingly gentle.
So that's our mission today. We have to figure out why the stuff HOCl is being called a hero ingredient. But first, seriously, can you walk me off the ledge here? Why are we even considering putting acid on our scalps? I hear acid, I think burn.
That's a totally fair reaction, and I promise we can de-escalate that fear, like, right away. The biggest twist here, and the thing that usually gets people, is that hypochlorous acid isn't some new synthetic chemical.
It's not.
No, not at all. It's actually a substance your own body produces. Right now, in fact.
Wait, hold on. My body is making acid. How did I miss that in biology class?
It's happening on a microscopic level. Your white blood cells, your neutrophils, they produce it. It's a major part of your immune system.
So it's a weapon.
It's one of your body's best weapons. Its whole job is to fight infection. It's antimicrobial, it's anti-inflammatory. So when we talk about putting it on your scalp, we're not introducing some foreign chemical. We're basically just borrowing one of our own best defense mechanisms.
Okay, that completely changes how I'm thinking about this. So it's not a chemical peel. It's more like bottled immunity.
That is a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
And what's so interesting for scalp health is that it doesn't just, coat the hair to make it look shiny. It actually targets the environment where the hair grows.
The source material, the article by Nikki Chase, it uses this analogy that I thought was great. It calls HOCl a primer for follicle health.
It's a really strong visual.
It is, right? It's like you wouldn't try to paint on a dirty canvas. You have to clean it. You have to prep it first.
Exactly. The scalp is the canvas. If the canvas is inflamed or has, microbial issues, your hair is going to suffer. The article points to three things. It reduces bad microbes, it soothes inflammation, and, this is the important part, it preserves the skin barrier.
That last part is the kicker for me, because usually when you think of killing bacteria like with hand sanitizer, you just accept that it's going to dry your skin out.
Right, it's the scorch the earth approach. Kill everything, good and bad. HOCl manages to clean everything up without wrecking the place. It's much more targeted.
So let's get to the big question then. The article is titled, Hypochlorous Acid Hair for Hair Growth. That is a bold claim. So does it actually make your hair grow faster? Am I going to wake up with Rapunzel hair?
This is where we have to be really nuanced. The answer, based on the source, is, well, it's indirect. It's not a drug. It's not like minoxidil where it's directly stimulating the follicle.
Okay, so it's not flipping a grow switch.
No. Think of it more like gardening. You can't grow healthy plants in bad soil. If the soil is toxic or full of pests, the plant is just going to struggle to survive.
It's in survival mode, not growth mode.
Exactly. HOCl is all about fixing the soil. The article says it lowers oxidative stress, it reduces buildup that can physically block the follicles. So by making the scalp a healthier place, it helps prevent premature shedding. It helps the hair you have stick around and thrive.
So it's removing the roadblocks to growth, not forcing it.
Precisely. And one of the biggest roadblocks, one of the villains here, is the microbial balance.
Yeah, let's talk about the villains. The source gets into some of the less glamorous parts of scalp health, bacteria, fungi. It's a whole little world up there.
It's a microbiome, and it's totally normal. But when it gets out of balance, that's where the problems start.
Which brings us to dandruff.
Right. And dandruff isn't just dry skin, which is a big misconception. The source explains it's often caused by inflammation and a microbial imbalance, like in seborrheic dermatitis.
So wait, if it's a fungus, adding more oil to moisturize, it might be a bad idea?
It can actually be like throwing fuel on the fire. If the fungus feeds on those oils, you're just feeding the problem.
We're feeding the enemy.
Okay.
And the usual approach is these like super harsh shampoos that strip everything.
They do. They can work, but they're very stripping. The article says HOCl disrupts the fungus and bacteria without that collateral damage. It's a much gentler way to reset the balance.
It also mentions scalp acne and folliculitis, which I feel like no one talks about, but it's so painful when you get a breakout on your head.
It really is. And folliculitis, which is just inflamed hair follicles, is often caused by bacteria.
Yeah.
All that redness, that itching, that swelling, that stress on the follicle.
And a stressed follicle is not a happy follicle.
A stressed follicle is much more likely to just give up and enter the shedding phase. So HOCl acts as a calming agent. It takes down the inflammation and fights the bacteria without being as harsh as, say, a strong antibiotic cream might be.
Okay, I have to circle back to the safety thing because I'm still a little hung up on the chlorous part of the name. It sounds like chlorine. Will this stuff bleach my hair?
That's a very fair question. But the verdict from the source is a clear no. It's non-bleaching.
Oh, thank goodness.
And it's non-stinging. The chemistry is pretty cool, actually. It's pH balanced, so it's neutral.
Which is not common for cleaning products. Usually they're really alkaline, right?
Very uncommon. Most shampoos have a higher pH that makes the hair cuticles swell up. That's what causes frizz and dullness. HOCl cleanses without stripping away your natural oils. It respects the moisture barrier.
The source even mentioned wound healing.
Yes, and that speaks to its medical background. Stabilized HOPL is actually used in professional wound care because it helps skin tissue recover.
Like in hospitals.
Yes, for post-surgical care. So when we say it's gentle, we mean it's gentle enough to help heal damaged, delicate skin. That's a whole other level of safety.
Okay, so it's a hero, it won't ruin my hair color, and it cleans the soil. Now let's get practical. How do I actually use this stuff? I see sprays and shampoos mentioned.
Those are the main two ways.
Let's start with the spray. That seems the most direct. How does that work?
There's a bit of a technique to it. The source says it's best to apply it to a clean scalp.
So, right after a shower.
Yep. Post-wash, when your hair is towel dried. You want it to be able to reach the skin without fighting through layers of product or oil.
Makes sense. And then what, just spray it all over?
You want to part your hair in sections and hold the bottle maybe an inch or two from your scalp and mist the entire scalp, not just the top. Get the back, behind the ears, everywhere.
And then just let it dry.
You can, but the source recommends a gentle massage with your fingertips. That helps distribute it, and it also boosts circulation, which is another win.
Okay, that actually sounds kind of nice. How often are we talking here?
Start slow, maybe once or twice a week. You can build up to 3 times. For maintenance, the article even calls 1 to 2 times a day ideal, once you know your scalp is happy with it.
Wow, twice a day. But I guess it's just a quick mist. It's not a whole production.
Exactly. It's a spray and go.
And what about the shampoos?
The shampoos are more for gentle cleansing. They're great for people with really sensitive or dry scalps who find other shampoos too irritating. But remember, you rinse the shampoo out.
Right. So the spray is the leave-on treatment. It does the heavy
The
lifting.
spray stays on the skin to work.
Yeah. I did see one really important don't in the article that we need to highlight.
Oh yes, this is key. Avoid combining the HOCl spray with other strong chemical products in the same routine.
Like a scalp scrub with glycolic acid or something.
Exactly. Don't use a strong chemical exfoliant and then immediately spray this on top. You're trying to create balance, not cause chaos by mixing too many active ingredients.
And I'm assuming we still need to do a patch test.
Always. Even with the safest products, you always test a small spot first.
So let's talk about who this is really for. The why should I care part. The source gives a few really good examples. First up, thinning hair.
Which is a huge concern for so many people.
Yeah.
And as we were saying, thinning is often made worse by inflammation and blocked follicles. HOCl is a defensive move. It helps clear the way and calm things down to preserve the hair you have.
It's playing defense. I like that.
And what else?
The post-treatment use case.
After you get your hair colored.
Exactly. Coloring, bleaching. That's a lot of stress on the scalp. It's basically controlled chemical trauma.
Controlled chemical trauma. That is the perfect description for getting highlights. My scalp always feels so tight and itchy after.
That's the inflammation. The source says using HOCl after a salon service can help the scalp recover. It soothes that irritation and can help prevent any issues if you have little microcuts from the chemicals or foils.
That is a fantastic tip. And there was one more that really stood out to me, the gym bag benefit.
Ah, yes, for the active lifestyle. Because I might work out in the middle of the day, but I don't have time for a full hair wash, but I know my scalp is not happy.
And sweat isn't just water. It's salt, it's oils, and it's basically a buffet for bacteria. If you let that sit all day, you're asking for itchiness and odor.
But washing twice a day would destroy my hair.
The classic dilemma, and that's where the spray is perfect. You can mist your scalp after a workout to kill that bacteria and refresh everything without having to do a full stripping wash.
It's a shower in a bottle for your scalp.
That's a great way to put it. It just keeps the environment clean and balanced.
So when you put it all together, we've gone from this scary-sounding acid to, well, something our own immune system uses. It feels like a real shift in how we think about hair care.
I think that's the main takeaway. For so long, we've focused on the hair itself, the dead strands of protein.
Right. We just load them up with products to make them look good.
We completely ignore the living tissue they grow from, the scalp, the soil. HOCl is a scalp-first approach.
It's literally getting to the root of the problem.
Yes, a healthy scalp barrier and a balanced microbiome create the foundation for resilient hair. It's not a magic growth potion. We have to manage expectations.
Right. It's a long-term strategy.
It's about creating the conditions for stability and health over time.
You know, this whole thing makes me realize we have these, 10-step routines for the skin on our face. We cleanse, tone, serum, moisturize. But the scalp, which is just the same skin but a little higher up,
An inch higher, yeah.
we just blast it with harsh detergent and hope for the best.
It's a very good point. Why do we treat it so differently?
Exactly. So maybe the future of hair care isn't really about the hair at all. Maybe it's about finally treating our scalp with the same kind of respect we treat our face.
I think you're onto something. You treat the skin well, the hair is going to follow.
Well, I think I need to go have a talk with my scalp and apologize. Thanks for breaking down all the science for us today.
My pleasure. This was a really fascinating one.
And thank you for listening. We will catch you on the next deep dive.